Well, hello YouTube. Welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and I've got something. I got good news. You see this? This camera right here. This is what I've been using. This is the SJ4000. All right, and yes, it does good video quality, but and it is a true SJ cam. Lighting sucks, but anyway, might as well take a picture of you guys while I'm at it. This mount that I have for the item I just got, and I'm giving you a picture of yourself. And that picture was just to show you what I got today. Well, yesterday, my neighbor, um, she didn't have a very good day, and her days are going to be not so good for a little bit of time. Um, Yesterday, she come home from work, and no, this is not the good news. This is the bad news. The good news is the phone that I got. She come home and her husband was dead. Uh, she found him laying on the bed, and feel really bad for her. And I hope that she pulls through this pretty quick. I have a feeling she's a pretty tough girl, and I think she can pull through it. But anyway, we got to talking about my phone being out. I wasn't able to pay my bill at the time, and thank God this happened the way it did. Uh, my phone was out of service for like 3 days, so I was telling her that I didn't have no service, and she says, "Well, who do you have?" And I told her, and she says, "Well, how much you paying?" And I told her, and she says, "Man, you can get a cheaper phone and a better phone for $30 a month." Yes, it has where if you're using data, like on the internet and stuff like that, uh, it counts minutes, I think. But I never use it for that. I don't use my phone for internet, so that's not going to be a problem for me. But I got a Samsung Core Prime cell phone today. Yes, it's a little bigger, but with these bad eyes, I sure do need them. Getting old. You can start calling me an old fart now. Just be careful you're not an old fart yourself before you start calling me an old fart. But anyway, this video is just to update people on what's going on here at the Bison Workshop. And I'm kind of tickled that I got this phone, and I'm doing this video with the phone. And the beauty part about it is it's got front and rear camera. So I can watch you on my screen from my front camera. So I know if everything's in the shot or whatever. So this is basically just a test. But I went today and got this phone, and I like it. It's got the same features, same buttons. The only difference is the back button and the apps button are just reversed. Ain't no big deal. I just have to get real used to it. Everything else is still the same. Volume's the same. The on-off button's the same. The home button's the same. Pretty much everything. So it's just getting used to it. Uh, but I'm gonna go ahead and update some stuff that I got here on the or got today, and we will take you off the tripod and show you what we did today and yesterday. Alright guys, what we've got here is I've been working on this for the last 2 days. This is my drill index that I got from Harbor Freight that I'm afraid I'm not going to like. I've been wanting to do this project for a couple years, and here I am shaking this thing like a crazy man. And it houses every single one of them, and we're going to add some stuff up there at the top, like chuck keys. I've got a keyless chuck that we're going to put in it, and a few little odds and ends like chamfering tools and stuff like that. So right along in here, we're just going to drill some holes down through it, you know, at an angle. Basically the same thing I did right here at an angle, and we're going to do that up there. And I'm even going to utilize these spots right here, so I can take and drill 2 holes right here on each one of those, and I've got a bunch of those that I can use to just put little chamfering tools and stuff like that. Alright, well then, on our way back from getting the phone, and it's getting ready to storm really bad, I found this along the side of the road. And I thought, man, that would be a nice project. Yes, it's a cheap one. It's a Moto Shop model 517. And switch is back there. The only thing I seen wrong with it was this cap. All that does is protects the shaft that comes out. That can be, I can make a new one of those. That ain't no big deal. I got some aluminum to do it. And check this out. I've got it plugged in. And it works. But I don't want to leave it running until I get some, I want to put some grease in the shaft and the motor and stuff like that. And then I want to show my new dial indicator holder that I got, which is right here. It you loosen this one up, and all of them slinky like type deal, and that's kind of like the Noga. So this is going to be my go-to mount indicator holder for my Starrett dial indicator. So I'm going to put you back on the tripod. So now we got you back on the tripod. I've got a mount coming for it. Right now I've just got it temporary, as you can see, with just a couple pieces of aluminum L brackets and a little rail, camera rail that I found. So thank God I found that camera rail. Somebody brought me a big box of cords and just junk. Well, not junk, but stuff that can be used for other stuff, but things that you just don't need immediately. And that rail that you seen in the picture was in that box, and I just mounted it to my tripod. So this is, I'm hoping once I edit it, I'm going to like this. I just got to get a screen protector on it when it's out here in this shop, and I got my greasy fingers and grit and stuff like that sliding across my screen, answering crafted. And I don't want to scratch my screen, so I'm kind of being real careful with it until I get a screen protector on it. We've got everything ordered for it. Yes, got to have my camouflage case. So had to buy a new holster because this one's too small. It goes to my other phone. And it was a pretty good deal. $30 a month. It cost me $60 to get two phones. So basically what you do, you take your old phone in, and if you keep your number and transfer it to the new phone, the phone's free. So I got this Samsung Core Prime, and she told me that this was equivalent to the Galaxy S3. So basically it's the same phone, it's just different company and they call it something different. So the bill's like $30 a month every month, and we was paying like $48. So we're saving ourselves $18 on our phone and got a brand new phone for free that hopefully when I edit this I'm going to be smiling. So if this is a good video, you know that while I was editing, I can't even speak, editing the video, you know I had a big smile on my face. We're going to see how the voice works. We're going to see how the video works. And hopefully my camera problems and my phone problems are over, so I killed two birds with one stone. So, other good news, I've got a couple projects coming up. Well, one main project, and it's going to be a doozy. The neighbor who come home and got bad news, I was talking to her, and you know, I know that she's by herself now, and I knew that bills was going to be tough for her, so I offered to buy the BMW that they have. Well, the BMW was going to her mom's, but then after she told me that, she says, you can have the LTD and the van. And I'll put a picture up right now. Well, what the hell took y'all so long? Daggone, it's just two pictures. Anyway, the van, I have a lot of plans for that. I'm going to restore that van to a certain extent. I'm not going to get into pulling motors out of it. He just put a motor in it 2 years ago, but it does need flushed out. It needs quite a few oil changes back to back, month to month, until it's cleared up. It had a little grit in it, and I'm a little concerned about that grit. He's still got good oil pressure. It's not the best, but it's good enough that I ain't got to worry too much about it. So basically, I'm just going to clean it up, clean the inside of it up because he used it for plumbing and stuff like that. I'm going to wax it. I believe I can salvage that paint job. And then on the back of it, I'm going to put in memory of and put his name. I think that's an awesome thing for me to do. I think it's something that he would smile at me for after it's all said and done. So that's the news for the Bison Workshop. And before you say it, I should have videoed the making of the index, wall mount index, but I just got into it, and sometimes when I get into stuff that's going to be a whole lot of uh, tedious stuff, I just soon do it and get it over with and be done with it while it's fresh in my mind. I ain't got to concentrate on nothing because I did make some mistakes on it even when I wasn't videoing. So if I was videoing, I know I would have been under pressure. So the next one I'll do, I'm going to try to make a video with the restored scroll saw, which really ain't going to be a whole lot. Just basically cleaning it up, oiling it, greasing it, adjusting it, and it's smaller than the other one that I had that I gave to my girlfriend. So I'm going to pick a spot in here somewhere where I can put it, and because I still need a scroll saw in here. I gave her that one because I wanted to see her get into crafting and making stuff and being creative. So, with all that said, I'm going to let you guys go because I've probably done kept you too long already. And we'll see how this video works. Wish me luck, guys. Of course, you already know how it turned out. You're going to know after I know, but before I know. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Later.